Okay, so today is 3rd of October 2024, and I'm going to take a mock session for Oxford ELLT. Before moving on, let me tell you that there are 4 parts in Oxford. The very first one is introduction, the second one is presentation, the third is essay, and the fourth one is picture description. So, my name is Sitara Farooq. Could you please tell me what is your full name?
My full name is Farooq Ali.
Can you spell your name?
Yeah, sure. FAROOQ.
Oh, what should I call you?
Yes, ma'am.
What should I call you?
You can call me by my first name, that is Farooq.
Okay, Mr. Farooq. So my next question from you is that what are the activities that you prefer to do in your leisure time?
Well, in my leisure time, mostly on weekends, I go out with my friends. We play together, and after that, sometimes we dine out, and I really enjoy their company.
All right, my next question from you is, Mr. Farooq, that um, how many members do you have in your immediate family?
We are a 6 members family. Three, two are my sisters and one my brother.
All right, my next question from you is, Mr. Farooq, that why do you want to study in UK? Why not your own country?
Well, this is my utmost desire to pursue my degree in masters in UK, because the universities in UK are very well renowned and their education system is up to the mark.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Farooq.
And
That's the end of your first part. That was introduction. Now moving towards the second part, that is presentation. So, before moving on, let me tell you that there are some instructions for you. When you're going to start the presentation, you have to say, now I begin my presentation. When you're going to end the presentation, you have to say, thank you for listening.
sure,
And
ma'am.
your presentation shouldn't be less than 3 minutes and not more than 5 minutes. So you can
Okay,
start
ma'am.
now.
Okay, the topic of my presentation is the pros and cons of teenager doing a part-time job. Uh, Now I will begin my presentation. Although I have a personal opinion that teenagers should work and they should work part-time after their schools. However, I will talk about both the aspects. To begin with the advantages, the first advantage that comes to my mind is the life skills. When the teenagers are allowed to do part-time job, the part-time job makes them learn important life skills. It helps them to create a sense of balance between their work and their jobs and their school homework as well. Second advantage is that work experience. When the teenagers are allowed to do part-time jobs, it their work experience is improved, which further helps them in their future. Whenever they are allowed to do the internships, so the jobs doing at the earlier age, they help them in framing in their future as well. So the third advantage is that financial independence. When the teenagers are provided with earlier the job, like they are allowed to do part-time jobs earlier in their age, they are financially independent. Like they know how to balance between their, like they know how to spend and where to spend wisely. They are able to do savings as well, and it makes them more responsible. Now, moving towards the disadvantages, same as there are advantages, there are disadvantages as well. So, the first disadvantage that I will talk about is that impact on their academic performance. When the teenagers are doing the part-time job, it is very difficult for them to to do both the things at the same time. Like it affects their academics as well, because the jobs require a lot of energy. So after coming from school, it sometimes it's very difficult for them to go for the job. Second disadvantage is there's limited social opportunities. When the teenagers are doing after coming from school, when they are going for the part-time job, this limits their social opportunities. Like their social circle is limited. They do not have much time for their friends and their family, or they cannot go out and play sports because they have to go for the job. So in the conclusion, in my opinion, I think that if the student balance between both the things, then doing a part-time job is a way better than sitting at home, because it makes them more responsible, and yes, it also makes them financially independent. Thank you for your attention, ma'am.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Farooq. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. That's the end of your second part, that was presentation. Now, moving towards the third part, that is essay. So, before moving on, let me ask you a question. That what was
Yes,
the
ma'am.
topic of your essay?
The topic of my essay was the merits and demerits of controlling what is shared on social media.
All right. If you were given a chance to select a topic of your own choice, which topic would you select and why?
As I am a traveler, I love to travel. So if I would have given the chance to write on topic of my own choice, I would go for the tourism topic.
Okay. And my next question is that what challenges did you face while writing the essay?
Well, ma'am, I didn't think so that I had any challenges, because as I was socially active in my university life, so this topic was the hot topic at that time, and I had done many speeches there on the same topic. So it was quite easy for me to tackle the essay.
All right. Um, so my next question from you is, Mr. Farooq, that in your essay there is a sentence that is social media makes significant changes to online environment. Could you please explain it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, that it means that social media has a huge impact on the online users, the content creators. So social media leaves a huge impact on them.
All right. My next question from you is that a safety firewall to reduce cyber attacks and prevent people from posting false material. Can you please explain it?
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am, that recently in our country there were the cyber attacks, the attempts by the hacker to block the network. So recently, madam, in our country, the firewalls, the network walls have been installed to prevent those cyber attacks. So yes, this was the context.
All right. There's a word in your essay that is conflicts. Can you give me the synonym of this word?
Conflicts basically means, ma'am, the dispute.
Okay. And there is another word that is infringed. Can you use it in another sentence?
Yes, ma'am, the doing going to school has infringed our right of sports.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Farooq. That's the end of your third part, that was essay.
Thank
Now
you.
moving towards the picture description. So let me share the screen with you. And before that, let me tell you some of the instructions related to the fourth part, that is picture description. Okay, so
Sure, ma'am.
the very first thing is like first you have to look at the picture for about 15 seconds and then you have to describe the picture. And after the description, I will be asking some questions related to the picture. So your picture is
Sure, ma'am.
there. Can you see the screen?
Not yet.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am, I can see.
Okay, here is your picture. You have 15 seconds to look at the picture and then you have to describe it. Okay, you can start the description, Mr. Farooq.
Yes, ma'am. In the picture, ma'am, I can see that there is a person who is swimming. He's in the swimming pool. It seems like he may be an professional athlete, because the way he is swimming and he's fully equipped. It is very good that he has he's equipped fully. Like he's wearing goggles, he's wearing a life jacket as well. So it seems like he is diving into the swimming pool, or maybe this is some sort of competition going on, and he is in the water.
All right. Okay. My first question from you is that in your country, does the swimming competitions are held? Is it taken as a competitive game or not?
Yes, ma'am. In our country, swimming is kept as in sports. So usually people take do swimming and take competitions as well. Do competitions.
All right. My next question from you is that do you enjoy swimming?
Yes, ma'am. I love swimming. Whenever I'm free, I just go out with my friends, and I really enjoy doing swimming with them.
All right. And my next question is how much efforts does a swimmer have to put in when he is swimming?
Well, ma'am, swimming is a complete sport. It is a complete sort of full body exercise. So he has to dive, he has to move his body, his legs, his arms. So yes, it requires a huge efforts. The full body is involved.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Farouk. That's the end of your mock session, and we will get
Thank you
back
so
to
much.
you soon.
Thank you, ma'am.